assassination backline.
Final pick for Fnatic is the Poppy to round out that composition. Still don't see a huge amount of engage on that team. Maybe the Poppy running forward with the Galio chase, but we did wonder a little bit as to whether Fnatic would have enough engage in this lineup to fight up against the Vitality poke and relatively strong disengage.
And for me, again, it's the fact that you can gank top lane early, especially if you want to kind of tilt that Jace matchup, as I believe it was Jace who was slotted up there. So maybe there's a potential that, depending on Brox's pathing, is like, okay.
In the high 80%, 83% kill participation at the 15-minute mark, but already Rekkles is catching out Attila, Lucian, obviously the stronger AD carry early on.
And this
I think when you say Vitality shouldn't take this fight, I don't think you remember who Vitality are, because they will take every fight they can. Mowgli gets the smite, Hittersang ignited, trying to run away. The heal will get him across alongside the flash. Now Boxer has the flash as well, and it's such a good start for Vitality as they get so much in the jungle.
And Vitality proved me wrong. They planted their feet.
We've actually just seen the back from Nemesis. He's going to teleport back into the lane with a Dark Seal. Boxer eyeing up his target. Maybe think he can do something here. Jizuke gets a lot of damage down. There's the ignite as well, but Jizuke first blood. Nemesis gets it in the 1v1! Nemesis claps the Italian stallion, sends him back to the glue factory.
A casual walk away. This is a huge turn for Fnatic. Nemesis, the guy who said, please.
This replay is brought to you by Alienware, but it looks like Jizuke just didn't run the numbers.
That's what we're going to call it, was the napkin math from your Hail of Blade Xin Zhao. Yeah.
Oh.
And, I thought it was just going to freeze there.
That's the face of a man who remembers doing that at the start of last season. And it's like a slight advantage, but the more that you have around a tower when you take down these platings, the tankier the tower gets. It's called Bulwark. It gets more armor, more magic resist for the amount of people you have around. Vitality going to answer. I think Fnatic have to back off, but Rekkles unable to get away. Just slam dunked down by Vitality. Whippo's going to fall as well. You have to feel just about surviving on 100 HP. Here comes Shizuke looking for a bit of cleanup. 1-for-1 trade now as Fnatic have all 5 members up here. There's the Vanguard's end. Only hits one. Boxer pods the Crescent Slash. Great equilibrium strike. The stun lands perfectly from Vitality. And now Nemesis has to run for the wins, but he's turning it back around. The 3-man taunt. Shizuke just about surviving. Boxer and Hittersang looking for the chase. Jack Troll there to body block for his mid laner. Another good stun will keep Shizuke alive for them. Oh, Hittersang
tries to bend it like Beckham around that corner there with the flash Q. Unfortunately, unable to connect. And
this time, he's played so much better.
And I feel like, again, it's hard when you look at Nemesis' stats to take in the whole picture that he was being counterpicked repeatedly. And again, didn't get a lot of draft priority. Maybe Vitality will look back at this game and say, okay, we left open a powerful pick like Galio, and it slowed us down, but hold on.
Once again, Whippo caught out a little bit. Mowgli landed the massive barrel.
When's he gonna go? They're trying to get Nemesis
His
up there.
vision's based on movement. Here he goes. Boxer jumps in. Cabochon flashes away straight away. Boxer with the chase, but here's Mowgli from the side. Great explosive cast will knock him back. And Cabo can turn it back on the Boxer. That's one. Mowgli caught out, goes golden. And Jacktron here to save his jungler. Whippo comes in. Can't quite get the final auto attack, but he does in the end. Whippo will pay for it with his life. 2 kills to Cabochon and Vitality.
And unfortunately, Nemesis still late to the rotation.
As bouncers just push them away, but you have to think that Fnatic will secure it. Second dragon of the game for them. They have an Infernal and a Mountain in their back pockets. And you talked about Box actually caught off a little bit to the side of this. It's going to be a 4v4 fight, you have to think. You can see Whippo on his way up as well, but already Hittersang is down. Boxer just getting chased out by Jack Troll as well. He's going to have to flash the wall to chase him from Attila. Runs all the way in. Nemesis comes in way too late. That's not the entrance of a hero. Eventually they're going to try and turn it around, but a great explosive cast from Mowgli will knock them all back. Attila gets the double. Fnatic took the fight, but Vitality come out on top.
That is much cleaner play from Attila this time around. It's no more dying.
Do anything about it.
And this time around, Vitality, we'll see if Baron works out better. It was the thorn in their side against Splice, and Nemesis is here for the defense.
It's a lot easier when you're only playing against a one-man. Nemesis trying to defend, gets the taunt off, bound down to about 5,000 HP. Hittersang on the way, Rekkles here. You've got to fight it, Fnatic. Here comes the teleport. They want the fight. Cabochon flashes away. Baron's going to go to Vitality. That's secured. But what can Fnatic get off the back of it? Vanguard's dead. Hittersang goes golden. Jumps onto the back line. Whippo gets one. That's the shutdown. Hittersang's going to fall as well, but now Jizuke goes down. 2-for-1 trade. Mowgli should fall off the back of this as well. Boxer not quite able to get towards him. Mowgli actually might get his recall off. They realize that with the empowered recall, he is able just to escape. There's a fight going on though. Vitality fighting in the mid lane. Killer instinct used by Attila to get himself to safety, but Jack Troll is the one that will be caught out. Already one of those barons is down. And it's very good stuff from Fnatic. Have to see exactly how that fight started.
Could use it in multiple lanes, but it feels like this Baron from Vitality. Hold on!
Again! Mowgli just oversteps. He's done. He's cold. Rekkles steps up to the plate with the first kill of the game for himself.
Looked away for a second, felt a bit like whiplash.
You would expect as well. And finally, we're starting to see Rekkles be a little bit more impactful in these fights as well. He said it himself. He is the one that needs to step up and carry this team. Just got his first kill. Not as deep as they'd like. Jacktroll trekking into no vision here as well. If Fnatic wanted to, if they wanted to make that pull the trigger play, if they wanted to make a snap decision, there are a few opportunities for them here, and they're going to do it. Straight on towards Jizuke. There's the taunt, looking for the stun. Temple comes in as well. So Whippo joining the fight. Jizuke trying to get away. The Vanguard's end isn't enough. There's one. Jacktroll now. He jumped in as well. He's going to get locked up and taken out. You have to feel Fnatic find the point they needed, find the pick that they wanted, and they take down 2.
Excellently played. Nemesis is still on the chase, but it looks like Fnatic say, this is fine. We delayed the Baron. We alleviated the pressure from the top side because both teleports were burned, and now we're going to slowly move in and clear out all of this vision.
Okay, so the last time we saw a team take the Baron, it was Vitality, and they paid dearly for it. 2 lives went down, and they lost the next dragon. Fnatic going to start this one up here. Whippo coming in as well, but you've still got Attila alive, and that ultimate is available. Nemesis tries to jump out. Look at how low box it is. Has to use a smite. Whippo jumps onto Attila. Attila can't get away. He's locked up in the steadfast presence with a flash. Keeps him alive. Rekkles shows the wall. Rekkles down. AD for AD. Vitality and Fnatic trade.
Yeah, but that said, Rekkles goes over the wall. He does manage to kill Attila, but they force Vitality off the Baron. So Fnatic are still able to claw themselves back into the game. They've now swept out all the vision, and they've effectively put a reset on this map.
Still 5,000 gold lead for Vitality. They'll be pretty happy that they stopped Fnatic from doing this Baron.
So we take another look at this replay. I frankly think it was just the map got separated for Vitality. They weren't able to gather up, group up, and use kind of that poke advantage that they have. Jizuke got caught. They weren't paying attention to how they were coming around the fog of war, and it was just really patient play from both teams, but Fnatic just having that slight edge.
So as we fast forward, I do want to highlight Whippo here as well. Comes in from the side, spots Attila out of position, knows that Fnatic are low, and he says, okay, I'm going in, guys, we can stop this. Steadfast presence to stop Attila getting away with the ultimate.
I actually don't mind Rekkles going over the wall here. Yes, it does mean that he's dead, and maybe you can take a step back and say, you know, if he hadn't gone...
Nemesis having such a good game so far, has now picked himself up a Medjay as the upgrade of that Dark Seal. Whippo jumped in here, trying to get onto Mowgli. They're going to land the Glacial Fissure as well, but that's a lot invested. Jacktroll actually off towards the side of this is going to have to flash away himself. And both teams just trading abilities in the mid lane.
But Fnatic knowing that they can go aggressive there, because again, there's no TPs on top laners, and they have vision on Cabochard being on the bottom side of the map. So Fnatic, the communication seems fine right now that they're in their comfort zone of that 5v5 in those team fights. They want to fight now, and Nemesis will hit like a truck with all of those Medjays.
As the flash, Jacktroll's going to jump on towards him. There's the taunt, doesn't land on anyone. Stunned up now, Nemesis in the middle of it, goes golden. Vitality just trading back onto it. Nemesis has to flash away, and Whippo caught out. Hero's entrance comes down. Only hits Jizuke, but he's chunked out. Nemesis, the 3-man taunt lands it. Can Rekkles do enough? No, a great flawless duet from the stun. Jizuke lands it on 3 again, and they're just going to turn it around. The jump onto the back line. Fnatic get cleaned off the face of Summoner's Rift by Vitality.
Where Nemesis takes control of the early game, Jizuke takes control of the late game. That was a phenomenal ultimate from the Aurelia. Cleans up Fnatic, and Vitality are now shoving it down the mid lane.
You have to feel that's it. Vitality found the perfect team fight in the mid game. Fnatic had been clawing their way back, but Vitality slammed the door in their face, and they look like they're going to win this game.
And the death timers are just too long. The structures are melting. Vitality, it was a little shaky in the mid game, but it was paid off in that last team fight.
We saw them both at Worlds last year, while Vitality show they are the kings of LEC at the moment as they take down Fnatic.
Still getting used to it. You're like the kings of EULCS.
Oh, it's LEC. Great stuff, though, from Vitality. And, of course, if you're a Fnatic fan, a little bit worried that 0-3 now, not in the best of shapes.
But it's still a very different look. First things first, though, huge win for Vitality. They said this is going to be our year, that we are going to lift the title at some point. They're going to have to go through the old kings, and they took down Fnatic very early on. They're going to have another shot at it later on in the season, but so far it looks like Vitality have successfully turned the page.
Slowly working their way towards that perfect game of League of Legends that Yamato was talking about, and looking much more like a playoffs contender, like a team that can actually challenge when it comes towards the end of the season. Fnatic, on the other hand, I would be incredibly buoyed if I am this team after watching this game, if I'm a fan, because you look at it, Nemesis played well, Rekkles had some good moments. Yes, you had one bad team fight at the end, but apart from that, you played to your win condition and you got to the point where you wanted to be.
I think it's a game that a lot of teams will be looking to tape on. Again, it's a different way that Fnatic lost. Yeah. It's the fact that it wasn't just Nemesis who got shot out again. He was making a lot of proactive plays in the early game, managed to turn around some of that poor initial level 1 invade. So it's no longer that you can just put a blanket statement on Fnatic and say, you know,
shut down Nemesis.
It's Nemesis' fault. You can just beat him like this. It's a completely